Yo. Welcome to another episode with your boy Mike Sean with the Rocket City Network. Today, I got my boy. We in the building. We talking physical fitness. What's going on, Coach Eric Petty?
How you doing, bro? I'm doing well. Before we again, I'll be doing a disservice if I did not mention about EMP speed count for athletes in the Auburn and Huntsville area. Limited spots will be available. We are offering a 4-week speed development training program that will help you prepare for your upcoming season. Now, week one, we'll be doing tests on sprint drills that will measure your acceleration power and max velocity. Basically saying we're just going to show you how to run faster. You will leave week one with a sprint profile that will outline your strengths and weaknesses with video footage. So right off the bat, you can see what you are doing right on and what you need to improve on. Each consecutive week, we will help you improve your speed with our speed development program, which is called the AMP Speed Program Development Program. We are looking to serve all sports. However, strongly encourage athletes that play for sports, that fall sports, that train, that is football, soccer, volleyball, even golf, and of course basketball. Um, we'll put the information on the bottom. So, that's it.
Definitely. So make sure you tune in, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we will have the information in the description box. So, Brother Petty, I see you got the LSU on. What's going on, brother?
Hey man, another day, another day. I'll forever wear LSU, bro. If you can go down there in my man cave where I have my workout, all you see is LSU.
Definitely. So today, man, throughout the whole week, we were just talking about some of the misconceptions that I've heard throughout the years dealing with physical fitness. And I brought Coach Petty on the show, and he's going to pretty much debunk a lot of these physical fitness misconceptions. So let's start off with this one. Okay, so as far as physical fitness,
Mhm.
I've heard people say, "Hey, physical fitness will negatively affect my body's durability when I get older." Now, is that a true statement?
That is a false statement.
Cool.
Yeah, just straight off the back. That is like saying, well, this I'm just gonna just put it this way, right? Um, Muscle, right? Lean mass, right, is good mass on the body that help the body function properly, right? So, how do we create lean mass? How would you think to be your body can create lean mass,
Um, Definitely working out.
right? Working out.
Yeah.
So, how is the thing that we have to do, right, to make, which is lean mass, will
Hmm.
affect our body? Like now, working out incorrectly will negatively affect our body. However, it is not the worst thing we can ever do to our body, which is literally not work out at all.
Exactly. And I
So
think a lot of times, people they've seen stuff like was it CrossFit, and they're
yeah,
watching them do those reps, and they're like,
yeah.
"Dang, I think that hurts. It looks like it hurts."
They just don't do
So,
cross. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, I feel you.
it's just
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, yoga, they be putting the bodies in weird positions, then just don't do yoga. Oh, okay. They're running, that just hurts
yeah,
my,
running.
you know what I mean?
That's another one I hear all the time.
You know what I
Is,
mean?
oh man, I'm gonna have bad knees when I turn 45 because I'm running on concrete. Well, there's a lot of tracks out there. Run on the
They
track.
run on grass.
Yes, yeah,
You know what I mean?
grass too. Yeah, yeah.
Like it's always a yes and yes.
Uh huh.
That mean is how much evidence do you want to give yourself to believe something?
Hmm.
So if you want to believe that physical fitness is detrimental to the body and that it would harm you, you would definitely look up information that proves what you just said, which you will find millions of articles that would definitely agree to your point.
Hmm.
However, or additionally, you can look and see how physical fitness, right, can help you live a long wellness, longevity type of lifestyle. And you would see a equal amount of articles giving you that information. So um,
Hmm.
it's more of what do you want? What excuse do you want to give yourself so you don't have to do it? Or what would you do to motivate yourself so you can be able to do it? You know what I mean? But not working out, layman certainly will not be detrimental to your body. It'll actually benefit you.
Hmm.
It's the part of wellness. If you leave a car sitting in your garage, what's going to
Hmm.
happen to the car? You know what I mean? If you let your body sit on a couch, what's going to happen?
Hmm.
Your body is called dysfunction. Um,
Yes,
how do you get dysfunction? By not functioning. Because
definitely.
is how do you will never forget to ride a bike until you don't ride it for how long. But then once you get back on it, you can learn how to ride a bike again. You know what I mean? Um,
Hmm.
so it's one of those things. You have to continue to do it to see the benefits of it. And yeah.
Yeah, because like, the first things that when you go to the doctors for your annual checkups, they ask you how many times a week do you exercise?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure most doctors ask that,
Mhm.
not just my doctor or your doctor.
Every doctor
Um,
does that.
yeah,
Well,
so yeah,
uh, for once a year, right? For your physical,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
yeah.
permanent. That's every doctor needs that information. Who's
Hmm.
giving you that physical, that check you for disease, is checking you for instabilities, is checking you for anything. That
Hmm.
information is needed. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, and like you said about the car, whenever you have like a car just sitting in the garage, cars need to be driven, just like our bodies. They have to be worked.
Yes.
So the notion of, oh man, if I lift this dumbbell, I'm gonna have bad joints when I'm 55. You know,
Just just
so
just lift a lighter dumbbell until you can be able to lift that dumbbell to the point where your joints is not being bothered. You know what I mean? It's again, you don't have to lift heavy. You can just all you need is your body weight. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or all you need is any type of resilient strength.
exactly, exactly.
That's it.
So like another misconception that I've heard throughout the last 5 or 6 years is that eating healthy is expensive, right? So I went to Publix yesterday, and you know, water is cheaper than soda. So that for me kind of debunks that argument as well. Could you expand on that whole misconception?
Yes. Depends on where you shop. Like you said, Publix, right? I only go to Publix when I want to have some champion meat. But if I want
Hmm.
to just uh do my diet regimen, no, when I didn't
Hmm.
say diet, when I just want to do my meal planning
Yeah.
and just is a diet. But when I want to just stick with that, I go
Hmm.
to Kroger's.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
shop around. It's one of those things of each location will have something better. Is not like a one-stop shop. And people who want to have one-stop shops, it will be expensive because it's
Yes.
paying for the convenience. However, I can eat steak 3 times in a week and still pay less than $20 worth of all that amount of steak. I just go to I can't tell you I go to Kroger's, right?
Hmm.
But the Kroger's over there by A&M, you have to go down that way. Yo, they have
Hmm.
the best discounted steaks because it's not discounted. It just is about to expire. So they have to
Mm.
get rid of it to make room for the other steaks. Get that meat. That meat is not expired. You can cook
Yeah.
that day, the next day, you can have 3 or 4 days with that meat that instead of you just going to the deli, you know what I mean, and getting it cut from them. There's so many different ways you can do it. You also can get a real big, the whole, I forgot what they call, but
Mm.
all that meat, you can take it to the deli and they will cut
Hmm.
it for you.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
So you can literally get the same type of meat if you just take it. and then give it to them, allow them to
Mhm.
cut it up, and then
Mhm.
go out your way instead of just picking it up from uh
Mhm.
that place. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, it's just secrets. But
Mhm.
only way for you to get that is if you research it. If you
Definitely.
constantly being aware and constantly looking at prices, it's a learning curve. The first time I ate healthy, I used to buy my meat and they used to ship it to my front door,
Uh-huh.
and that it got real expensive. And
Mhm.
then I just started asking the meat man, and we asked the meat
Mhm.
man, get it that way. But it's just one of those things where you just have to look and try.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times too is living in Huntsville, you see
Mhm.
Earth Fair. If you go on to Earth Fair, they have the same items that Walmart and Kroger has, but they're probably 35% more expensive. So I think a lot of times people get that into their head. Oh, Earth Fair is a earthly type of grocery store. It's expensive, right? Just like Whole Foods.
Yeah, yeah,
Whole
because
Foods,
it's
if oh, go ahead.
But no, I just
Oh,
but the reason why those are more expensive is because you know for a fact it's coming from the farm. It's usually an
hmm
open farm. It passed through all these checks.
hmm
You have more stamps on it. It's just not A plus meat. You know what I mean? It has FDA. It have all these other stamps that shows the requirement of how much quality of meat that is. Which that is so true.
yeah,
However, Kroger's also does the same thing. You know what I
hmm
mean?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Because
instead of
yeah,
just going to Whole Foods, I just didn't get the same quality of meat at Kroger's. The difference is the name. Because if you go on shopping on the outside of the store, it's going to say it on it. So that's when you just shopping names instead of actually just shopping the quality of what you want. So
definitely. Because like I know when I went to, was it Earth Fair, or it
mhm,
might have been Whole Foods. They had Simply Orange Juice, right?
mhm,
And Simply Orange Juice is sold at Kroger, Publix. It's sold everywhere.
mhm,
At Whole Foods, it was kind of on the expensive side. So I believe that some of the items, just because they're sold at Whole Foods, does not mean you can't get them at other stores. So,
mhm.
like you said, people have to just shop around. I know in Huntsville we got Trader Joe's coming. There's a good place called Sprouts
Yeah,
on Highway 72. They have great fresh vegetables, all that good stuff. So,
Audi too.
um, yeah, and like I said, eating healthy, it can be expensive, but I think that if you eat out every day, that can be expensive as well. I
Yeah.
mean, you figure a family of four going to Zaxby's, you're going to easily spend $30 just for one meal. Versus,
Mhm,
like you said, get chicken or meat or whatever you get, and have them chop it up into portions, and
mhm.
you can eat on that for 2 or 3 days.
And it teach your kids is your family survival. I'm not saying that I don't we eat out, but we also eat at the house. So it's
Yeah,
not the fact that oh yo we always eat at this. Not I wish, but that is the plan is to always get us to eat in, and that just because I like to handle my meat. I don't know. I worked at Zaxby's before. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Uh, I remember a time where we had rats in there. You feel me?
Wait, wait, wait. Which one? Which
Guys,
one?
it's not that many of them, right? So now it's like, whoa, whoa. But that was in
Oh man.
2008, right? How many times that place did any renovations to fix the stuff that was messed up in 2008? If you look
Yeah.
at McDonald's, they making the same revenue and actually making more. However,
Yes.
how many renovations they're doing to get back up, right?
Yeah.
To fix their stuff, right? To
hmm
fix their ice cream machine.
hmm
If the ice cream machine is always broke, best
hmm
believe that freezer probably broke too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The filters, right? If you look in there and that floor is dirt, it's too much stuff that I you give the opportunity of putting things inside your body that can get you sick for fake, and you're paying the same amount when you just can do it at the house. The
That's
difference
true.
between the house and in the real world is in the house is just more tasks for you to do, which people don't like to do, and it's a learning curve because man, I've been cooking for hey ever since I can be able to be in the kitchen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I ain't
Yeah.
supposed to be. Um, I just love the process of cooking, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just always believe, hey, everyone need to know how to cook,
Yeah.
man, woman, child. You know what I mean? Because regardless how much money you have,
Mm-hmm.
you need to know that, because what if that money goes away, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then that's how you decrease. But in reality, you can get the same stuff if you just learn it. It's not hard. It's
Yeah.
just do it and then clean up the mess and go on. And people just don't want to do that, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why we have to eat trash, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
because like you look at Wendy's, right? Wendy's has that 199 meal,
Yeah,
the little Happy Meal. What do they call it? Just a kids meal.
yeah, yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, be when I had my cheat meals back in the day, Wendy's was it. I
Oh
love it.
yeah, yeah. Now their chili is still good.
Yeah, man, they won't. I think Wendy's is probably the only fast food. It's probably ain't real meat either no more. But the ones that still have decent meat, everything else they just went back to that. Well, not went back, but just getting worse and worse. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Wendy's is the only one that meat that still spoils. No,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
man.
And even with me, so my wife is deployed,
Mhm,
and I found myself cooking more.
mhm,
I mean, even though I can afford to eat out, whenever I want to, but just the mere fact of cooking a healthy meal for the kids,
mhm.
and it's going to last longer too. I mean, if I make spaghetti, I know it's going to last that night and then lunchtime.
Yep.
So I think that definitely is a misconception about eating healthy is going to be expensive. I just don't believe that anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Again, it's just a learning curve.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
anything, right? What where people think will get this at is the beginning of it, right?
Hmm.
It's the when you buy the initial groceries, but that's anything. When you move into a
Yeah.
house, you're going to pay more, right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
first time
Yes.
you move into an apartment, you're going to pay more. You know what I mean? The first time you get that car, you're going to pay more always up front.
That's true.
Kitchen is no different than anything else that you start. So,
Exactly.
if you start a sport, you're going to pay it up front. You know what I mean? As the
Right.
season goes, it's not going to be, but as long as you keep and maintain it, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Don't allow yourself to go 2 weeks without going grocery shopping. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, they're gonna bust your head wide open. Doesn't even
Yeah.
matter if you're going to the commissary.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's just adding that structure into your plan. Just like, okay, I'm gonna go grocery shopping on Sundays. I'm gonna go grocery shopping on Wednesdays, and then if I have to, I might pick up a couple of items.
Hmm.
But right off the bat, before Monday begin, I want to have at least 3 meals already in mind that's in my refrigerator that I compare to
Hmm.
last me my 5 days, right? Because
Yeah.
you eat the leftovers for lunch, like that is okay to do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely saves money.
It saves money, but it also is good for your body because then you putting your body on a regimen of eating at the same time. You know what I mean? Getting
Hmm.
the body used to burning the same meals. You know what I mean? That's how you get the body in homeostasis, and that's just mean balance. Um,
Hmm.
if you're eating fast food, one meal, a whole lot of acid rush in,
Hmm.
and stuff. You know what I mean? Then you
Yeah.
try to clean, then that's less acid, but then you don't eat for a long time for some hours, then the body like where the meals at. So
Hmm.
it throws the body off, you know what I mean? And that's when people start gaining because you once you're in that fight or flight mode, that lean
Hmm.
is getting
Hmm.
burnt and that fat is getting stored. So
Mm.
yeah, yeah. So again, it goes back to what we talked about. It's about that lean mass, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
we got to work out that builds lean mass. Eating on a timely matter, because that's what it really died is eating the same thing. You know what I mean? Habits, that's fine. That keeps the
Hmm.
body and build the lean, kill the fat. If you take away one, then you only got one thing going for you. You know, what I mean, the less negatives you have, um, it's going to be hard for your body to go up. But the more positives you have, the more chance you have to get the body that you'll like. You'll feel better. You'll look better. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Um,
Definitely.
yeah.
So, like, another misconception that I've heard throughout the years. So, me, I'm a basketball player, and I,
Yeah.
I played football in high school. I was doing flag football, and of course, I kind of moved on to softball. But I always hear these people talking about, well, in order for men to look fit,
Mhm.
they have to be using steroids.
The
So I
anabolic.
know a lot of times people they look at people like what Cali Muscle, these
Yeah,
big old Hulk looking dudes,
yeah.
and like that's just not the case a lot of times. Now he might have been on steroids or something like that, but to look the way you want to look, you don't have to be on steroids.
Nah, but also you gotta also understand Cali Muscle been locked up before.
That's
Um
true. Yeah.
and we can start talk about culture, right?
Hmm.
Culture is just whatever is in that environment that is what's created. That's their culture.
Hmm.
So if I get so we'll just use Huntsville. If I get a kid from the north side
Hmm.
who've been through what they've been through,
Hmm.
right? And see what they see constantly. Their body sees that, and the body adapts to that. So guess what their body does? They get bigger, right?
Mm.
Kids who never played any sports, and they be like, "Yo, that's a grown man."
Yeah.
Why? Right? Because it's the stress that's been upon that body, which builds that. So same thing, my mentality that happens when people go to prison, right?
Hmm.
Same stuff. Constantly seeing stuff, constantly on alert, constantly doing push-ups. I know
Yeah.
I used to work out this guy at the Richard Child Center. I forgot his name. He an OG guy. Swole on, he do the same workout every single day. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Every time I go there, he there at the exact same time, doing the
Hmm.
exact same thing. And guess what he's eating? He's eating noodles. You feel me? Roman
So
noodles.
yeah, like yeah.
Uh,
So did you ever see that? I think it was Cali Muscle.
It
He
was
was
Cali.
acting like he was in jail and he was eating
Yeah.
noodles, and so I thought it was a joke, but
Dude,
I
noodles
don't
and
think it's a joke.
ain't no joke. That's calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
That's one of them things where that environment you can have that. Now you take Cali Muscle and not put him in that environment, and let's
Mhm.
put him in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Let's put him in an environment that's always stable. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He's off. You feel
Hmm.
me? The stuff that he's eating and the workload he's doing, he's not gonna be who he is today
Hmm. Hmm.
because it's the stress. It's that constant stress that creates that. So those are outliers. You know what
Hmm.
I'm trying to say? It's just like people like that. I'm not gonna eat no noodles. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Muscle. However, because of what I've done, we've already been through in my family genetics,
Hmm.
I am a decent size, and I can just freaking do push-ups, sit-ups, and I will be the size I am. You know what I mean? But that's just because of the workload I do. I still play sports. I'm still running. I'm
Yeah.
still now. So of course, you know what I mean. But for me to get to have the best body that I did have, I had to be on strict. I had to be so strict on my eating.
Hmm.
Um, that stuff got to my mental
Hmm.
because it's like I know for a fact that just like, yo, I supposed to been eating 20 seconds ago. You
Yeah.
know, and then it's just like I ain't gonna be able to get to my meal within an hour. Now
Hmm.
I'm stressing that whole hour until I get that meal in. And that right there is that's that mindset of maintaining something that is not real, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So that best body that I had, that ain't a real body because I can't maintain that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Um, however, I can maintain probably like 15% of body fat and just eating right, and I still
Hmm.
look decent size. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's not. I don't need anabolic steroids to get that. You feel
Uh,
me? That will help you. However, but you can tell the difference.
mm.
I mean, you can see it. So the ones who know, the ones who know, you know what I mean? And but the thing about that is that ain't gonna help you perform any better than if you didn't take it. And people can try to say that's crazy.
Hmm.
However, I played with people that was on, and then just the
Hmm.
fact that how my ability still outweighs their ability is because
Hmm.
of the skill level,
Hmm. Hmm.
the focus, you know, the technique. Nothing beats that because that will get you the body anyway if you're moving correctly.
Yeah, because and like you said, genetics plays a huge role. Um, I was watching this old documentary. It's still on YouTube. It's called "Crackheads Gone Wild," and so there was like You probably see.
Dang, man.
Hey, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. I mean, it's a real documentary.
Yeah,
So they had this one guy, and he was like really he was cut up, and he was a crackhead. And
yeah.
people in the comment section, they were like, he's not a real crackhead. He's an actor. There's no way a crackhead can look like that. I was like, man, it's genetics. And
Nah,
and being a crackhead, he probably still, running here, running there, and doing
what I
push-ups
have to
and
say, because I'm telling you, hey, you can ask my homies, freaking ask Cam. I
yeah,
remember Cam and Jordan. We was in Garden Cove, so this is
yeah,
real. Garden Cove is across the street from Milton Frank. We was
yeah.
out here chilling in Garden Cove, and a crackhead came up to us, and he said, "I bet $100 that I can pick up this car." And it was a backup. It was a Cavalier. You remember Cavaliers?
Yeah, the Cavalier, yeah,
Yeah,
Chevrolet Cavalier, yeah.
yeah, but they ain't they're lightweight, you know what I mean? But it's still a car, you feel me?
Yeah, they're like a Chevy Cruze now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, dude was swole. He came, he picked up the back of it. And he picked up the tires, both tires came up and he dropped it. Then he said, hey, so I bet you $100 will wrap over it into y'all. And it was like, man, you don't move, you feel me?
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's one of that stuff. And
Mhm.
it's just like he was a crackhead. However, he still maintained and went to the gym.
Mm, wow.
You feel me? He's
Yeah,
still working out. You feel me?
yes.
He's still eating, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
when people can talk down on crackheads, however, it's just an addiction.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own addiction.
Mhm.
Therefore, if you see that, you won't focus on the crack. You will see, hey, that is a strong man with an addiction that I would not mess with. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
puts you in a different space and thing because but yeah, I saw a lot, man, and it's one of them things that lets you instantly know that that person is more than a character and
Mhm.
they have real issues. And again, that street life, being in prison, in and out of
Yes.
prison, he still does his push-ups. It's just the people on that our documentary. It's the same people that's out here.
Yeah.
It's just different location, but again, it's just again, it's a culture. It's
Mhm.
no more, no less. The bigger the culture size, the bigger the disaster, or the bigger the reward. But if the culture size is small, then it's gonna be a small disaster or it's gonna be a small reward. But if that culture is not feeding positivity and not having good resources in it, then that's what you get, regardless
Definitely.
of the area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's a whole different topic. We can definitely get into that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I just thought I'd just throw that out there. I was watching Crackheads Gone Wild for educational purposes, definitely. So the last misconception, hey, well, back to that, right? Sugar is probably more addictive than
It's not
crack.
probably. It's not probably.
I mean, like, so everybody laughing at crackheads. If you
It's
like
not
that
probably.
sugar, go
Look
ahead.
it look it up. It's
Yeah,
not probably.
yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Sugar
yeah,
is the most addictive any
yeah,
research and literally and the thing about it is when companies realize instead of me feeding tobacco, instead of me feeding alcohol, you know what I mean, that has these age restrictions,
yep.
let me just focus on something that the baby to the adult can drink or to consume, which is addiction. That is sugar,
And
bro.
it's legal.
It is legal, bro. If you look up Coca-Cola history, they
Uh
used to
huh.
have cocaine in there. You know,
Yes, yes,
like
yes, yes.
real
That's a
micro
fact.
of cocaine in there. So when they used to drink it, of course you used to drink because he used to have fun stuff back in the day. But when that
Yep.
got addicted, they say, you know what? Let me just up the dose of sugar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like if you look at it now, like sodas, right?
Yeah.
Used to be what, 15 grams of sugar, 20
Uh-huh.
grams of sugar.
Yeah.
You drink a sun drop. What is that, like 70 grams now?
Hey, I don't even look at sun drops.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So
I feel
for
like,
again, everybody out there laughing at people with addictions,
yeah.
you're addicted to something, and more likely it's gonna be sugar. You know?
Yes. More than likely, it's going to be that. And best believe your kids. If you are, your kids are too.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
So, because you got it in the house, you know what I mean? That's
It's
what
tough, man.
it is very tough. So that's why I say to make it easy, you do the shopping. You feel me? You
Yeah.
taking control of your family, of your own life, to buy your own food, freaking purge. Throw everything process out right away.
Mm,
Throw that stuff out and only put in good stuff. And the thing about that is, you know for a fact if you eat it, it's good. It's like, oh, I'm not trying to eat, but you know you put it in your body, it's going to reward you. You know what I
mm.
mean? And then now all you got to do is play around with seasoning, and now you make it taste good, and now it's instantly better because it's real.
Yeah.
So
So like take spaghetti and using ground turkey instead of ground beef.
yeah, you can use both though. It's
Yeah.
okay. Just drain it, you know what I mean? Or just get the 90, just get the 97 lean, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I still get the ground beef. I still get 90, not,
Uh-huh.
I still get the 80/20.
Yeah, the
You
80/20.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? 'Cause I like the taste. And I love fat. Shoot, you can eat, I love fat because that's where the juice is at, you know.
Yeah. 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 You're right. You're right.
And I'm a spice man, so I just be spicing things up. But I don't like to use a lot of spice. So my homies be saying just like, man, you like this so plain. I said, nah, I just like to put the right amount. You feel me?
Yeah.
While you just dumping all that stuff in there, I'm just putting enough, and then I'm still. But yeah, that's cheat codes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Definitely, man. We
My
hey.
story, I'm a better cooker than you, bro. Called you out. What's up? We can have a battle.
Hey,
Feel
now
me?
who is this person?
Montori, Graham.
Oh, you put out his whole government name. Is he gonna watch this?
Hey, yeah, he gonna watch this. He my only fan. That's why I love my bro. Love
Hey,
you.
that's what's up, man. I gotta look. I gotta have him on the show, man. I need y'all to
Yeah,
go back
he
and forth.
love it, man. Yo, he will be a great piece when it comes to that mental because he works at Limestone Prison
Oh, definitely.
at the psych ward, man. Great spill on my tour, just straight up. When I came back from Afghanistan, I still deal with PTSD now.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it's something I'm gonna have to deal with for however long, whatever.
Mm,
A lot of people have stress, things. It happens. I'm definitely getting help, but before I had a psychologist or just a freaking doctor that a therapist that I
mm,
could trust with my information. I just always went to my little bro. You know what I mean? Um,
mm,
he helped me out tremendously, and he helped people on life, on death row, that's in prison for life. He helped people that just that the world gave up on them. You know what
mm.
I mean? And
Yeah.
he deals with them every day. And he just in the fact that the system is the system, and I can't say no more or less on that. And I
Mm,
say regardless of that, he's doing his job to his best capabilities and to the best way he can be able to do it as the type of man he is. You feel me? And that's just their whole family is just on that tip, man. I love their whole family. But besides all that, he still can't out cook me. Is what we're down
hey,
to.
hey, look on the Rocket City Network, we set up battles. We set up
Hey,
battles, so it's about to go down. But
all he can good macaroni. I'm done. I'm done.
hey, hey, look. So one more misconception, and this is for the ladies. All right.
Yeah.
So the misconception is, in order for women to look fit,
Hmm.
they have had to have some kind of cosmetic surgery.
Not at all. I want to tell you something about that cosmetic surgery though. It's the fact is that that's all it is, a surgery. So it has to get fat somewhere to
Hmm.
replace something that's making something looks bigger, right?
Hmm.
So you have to do some transfers, or
Yeah.
you added something, right? So now you're adding something liquid or tissue, or
Uh
depending
huh.
on where you get it, if you're doing it in the back alleys, because you know what I mean, people get it done in the back alleys, or are you doing it from the top surgeon from
Yeah.
LA, become a cosmetic from Florida, Miami,
Hmm.
regardless of who you are dealing with, understand that is for that moment. And after
Hmm.
you feel that, you still have to do work to maintain that.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, unless you are willing to get cut open again and
Mm.
again and again. So I would say not only you don't need that, I'm saying if you do get it, you still have to maintain it, which means you have to do what you should have done in the beginning, which is eating right, working out, and just recovering yourself, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, taking care of yourself the best way you can. You know what I mean? Um,
Definitely.
so it's just a boost. I'm not saying, I think people should do whatever it takes for them to get healthy and so they
Mhm.
can feel comfortable about themselves and they can love themselves to the best capabilities. So I also saying for them to maintain that they have to constantly put in work, continuously. It's a continuous effort to maintain it. It's a continuous effort to get it, to achieve it. And if you pay for it, if you work for it, to maintain it, you have to keep it up. You
Definitely.
have to put in work regardless.
So, they should use it as like a Kickstarter,
That's
basically.
it. No more, no less. It's a catalyst. It's an
Yeah.
enzyme to say, hey, you know what? You said you about this because it's still a commitment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
People say it's a cheat code. It ain't a cheat code because you're
Mhm.
sacrificing yourself. You can die under that needle. You know,
Mhm.
you're risking a lot, but you're
Mhm.
getting a reward that is now. However, you are still risking something can
Mhm.
still go wrong. Your life is still in danger. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And so, if you're going to put your life on a line, I would say have a plan ready to execute. So, when you get out from under that needle and you go through your rehab and your recovery process, to know what you're going to do to maintain what you just put out. Because I don't want you just to risk your life one time and then get no reward, and then you feel like, ah, it's my fault. I give up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
When
Yeah.
reality is just you just didn't have a plan. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All you needed was a plan to maintain that. That's all everything is a plan. Having somebody to sit you down, like everything we just talked about, right?
Mhm.
Just to be aware of that and
Yeah.
just, okay, I didn't even think of it that way. But now you are thinking of that way, maintain on that track and go do something with that information you just gained with it. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Don't just have that information in your head for just to bring up in conversation, but actually use it. You know what I mean? Um, so yes, yes, yes for everything you just said.
Definitely, definitely. Well, shoot, there you have it, folks. The Rocket City Network. We will be back next week and
Yeah.
every week
Hey,
with new healthy fitness tips.
let's
So
get
like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and
this.
we out. Yeah.
Yeah.